NHL Nightly with your host, the sportsman, a.k.a. Pierre Lebowski, a.k.a. Jeremiah Maxwell. And with him, as always, maybe Pearlo, Wisdom, and Rico in Barry.
Hey, everybody, it's your main man, Sports Beard. Rico will be joining us. I do not know about Pearlo. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Thank you for joining us tonight on a Thursday, the 7th of December. What an incredible... Salty, you got to explain what game you're telling me. Probably one of the worst games of Wings games. Oh, Salty, I enjoyed that game. I know it was tough for the Wings. But so just to give the fans a synopsis, if you're listening, 3-0 Wings, timeout from David Quinn. The Wings go out and score another goal, makes it 4-0, and then something clicked in the San Jose Sharks. And the next thing I knew, it was 4-3. Pearlo, I don't know. Did you get to watch the Wings and Sharks game any, or were you watching a different game?
I just got home, so I didn't get to watch much of the games today.
Okay, and Rico said he was trying to I actually pushed the start time 5 minutes because I hadn't heard from you, and I had heard from Rico, so no worries, no stress. I literally just started the show a minute and a half ago. So just was discussing with Salty. So Pearlo, just let me give you the synopsis here. I'll break it down for you so you can understand what happened. It's 3-0 Wings. 3-0. They look like a wagon. Kane and DeBrincat have definitely had some, they have some chemistry. They didn't score any points or anything, but they were looking good. 3-0. David Quinn calls a timeout. As soon as the timeout's over, the Red Wings go out and score. It's 4-0. Right after that, I don't even want to say a minute, the Sharks get 2 quick goals. It's 4-2. Then they get back into the period. It's 4-3. Next thing you know, it's 4-4 before the end of the period. They go into the period. Red Wings score in the third period to make it 5-4. Sharks get a late goal to make it 5-5, and then they win it in overtime 6-5. Wow. Unbelievable win for the San Jose Sharks. Nobody can shit on this team the rest of the year with that win. Amazing win. So just incredible game all in all. Amazing. Just absolutely amazing. So it's just nuts. You could take the green screen away, Pearlo, because we're not seeing your background, but you look crystal clear. Unless you put your background on. And if you're using your phone, tilt it to the side.
I'm using my phone, yeah. I tried to get the back. There you go. I tried to get you can't see me now.
There you go. Yeah, it was
I tried to get the background, but it didn't work, so I don't know what happened.
I wonder if I can do it for you. No, I can't. So don't go back to the settings real quick. Sorry, folks, we're just doing a little admin work here. Go to virtual background and just click don't worry about clicking the green screen. Just click this one and see how that goes. Just click that one and just see how it goes. And then tilt your phone sideways again. But you look crystal clear, man. It's really good to see you. Oh, we lost him completely. He'll be back. Yeah, John Maxwell. What a great win by the Sabres. We didn't even get to that. We just started. Unbelievable win. I think the best game of the year for the Sabres. Absolutely amazing. So it's going to be they need to start winning games. So that'll be good. Hopefully Pearlo comes back. But he looked crystal clear. He looked great. We love having him. Rico should be with us any minute. Salty, thanks for being here and being our mod. Real quick, I'll just do a brief recap of all the scores. Like our friend John Maxwell said, 3-1 Sabres over the Boston Bruins. I think that's the best win of the year I've seen from the Sabres. I think they beat the Rangers earlier in this year too. 6-5 Sharks in overtime. We were just talking about that. A dominating road win. The Kings are 11-0 on the road. 4-0 Kings Canadians. Maple Leafs win 4-3, but they lose Joseph Wall. So that's a brutal loss for them. But I think they're going to be okay. I was telling my guy, Hot Take Hockey, Martin Jones kept the Seattle Kraken afloat at the beginning of the year last year and was really good for them. I don't think the Leafs are dead. Blue Jackets were up 2-1 at one point. Byfield is cooking. Blue Jackets were up 2-1 in this game. They lose 3-7. Yes, Salty. I'll go over it after the fact. Right now we have Stars and Capitals. Oh, Capitals just scored. It's 4-3. Caps here. We got Pearlo back. Okay, here we go.
It doesn't work.
Okay, tilt your phone to the side though. You can just take the green screen out. We can put your background, no big deal. Or you can leave it. It looks fine if you don't want anybody to see your stuff. Capitals just went up 4-3 on the Dallas Stars. It's in the third period there. They did have a 3-1 lead at one point in this game. I called this, but we'll see. I'm not going to say anything. Preds are up 4-1 now. Preds are up 4-1 on the Tampa Bay Lightning.
I have the Preds on that one, so that's good.
You did have the Preds on that one. Blackhawks up 1-0 on the Ducks.
I got the Hawks.
That's going into the third, I think. Here, let me edit this. That is going into the third. Yeah, only 13 minutes left to go in that game. That was Dylan Strome's 100th career goal, by the way, the go-ahead goal. Pretty sweet.
Wow.
Winnipeg up 2-0. I think we both had Winnipeg, didn't we?
Yep.
Against Colorado.
Yeah.
Okay. And Flyers up 2-1. I believe you had the Flyers.
I had the Flyers, yeah.
You had the – oh, sorry. My bad. The Flyers are now up 3-1. 3-1. Yeah. So we try to keep you up to date on all the scores. That is only in the second, though, so lots of time left in that game. Carolina, we all called Carolina coming out at like gangbusters against the Flames. Flames have been meh this year. They're a below 500 team, and Carolina got destroyed yesterday. As we said, Jets are beating the Avalanche 2-1. That is in the second. And Minnesota, Vancouver is underway. And we have one more game for the puck to drop in about 15 minutes. It's over my shoulder, the Devils and the Seattle Kraken. So we'll see how that goes. Did that go? Okay. All right. How was your day, man? How are things going?
Well, it's going great. This is a great night. All these games that we have tonight, I'm loving it. I wish they would do this like right around this amount of games every day, but that's not going to happen.
No, I would take 8, Pearlo. I think 8 games is a perfect. If you get 4 or 5 Eastern games and like 3 late night games,
yeah,
I would take that. So
that would be great.
Yeah,
but it's not going to happen. So, but this is a good night because tomorrow we got 3.
So Logan is telling us, yeah, we have 3 games tomorrow, which we will preview at the end. Logan is telling us, our good friend Logan Hacker, the Tampa Bay fan, he is telling us that JoJo has not been very good for the, which sucks because he's started really well. And Rick says, hey guys, bad night for Wall playing his best game in history to blow his leg out. Yeah, Wall won the game for the Leafs, by the way. No question about it. No, it's 13 games tonight, Rick. 13. But yeah. But yeah, lots of games. Lots of games. What do you have your eye on? What are you watching right now for the fans? I'm drinking a little.
Right now, I'm watching the Winnipeg, Colorado game. This is a pretty.
So I have that game on. I have the Wild and Canucks because I'm very interested in how the Wild have been playing. And I have this. I didn't watch any of the Caps game earlier because we just had too many good games. And that's the ESPN game. So when this game is over, the puck will drop for Seattle. You might be getting my audio feedbacking to you, Pearlo. That's why. Yeah, that's what we're hearing. Yeah, no worries. Yep, you might need your headphones or something. No worries.
Yeah, I got headphones here.
Yeah, whatever works with your phone is
But it
perfect.
won't
You just might not hear my feedback coming back through your camera is all. So, okay, no worries. You don't have to come
Well,
off
I
screen
can
or
come
anything.
back in on the computer too. I think
Or you can do that. Or you can do that. Or you
yeah,
can
I'll
do
come
that.
back. I'll come back in on the computer.
Okay.
Okay.
I sent it to both your emails and stuff, so you should be good, man. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll see you in a second. We'll see you in a second. All right, we'll have Pearlo back here in a minute. We're waiting on Rico. I also have the Chicago game on in the corner over here. Chicago and Anaheim. It's the number 1 and number 2 picks. I didn't really get to see the second half of that Leafs game. I was running around trying to get the stuff done. And we have Pearlo back. Pearlo looking good. Okay, there we go, Pearlo. You got your background back. Hey Andrew, it's nice to see you. Oh,
So I got
Rick.
an interesting scenario here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tampa's really struggling. They're not. It doesn't look like they believe in themselves to make the playoffs this year, which I picked them to miss the playoffs.
Okay.
And the big thing is they haven't given Stamkos even a sniff of a contract this year.
Yeah, I don't think he's
Not
coming
even.
back. I don't think he's coming back.
So do you think that they could trade him at the deadline? And where would he go? Where would Stamkos go at the deadline? I really think that's a big possibility that they could trade Stamkos at the deadline. It's an insane idea, but I mean, really, he's pissed off. He hasn't got a contract. The team doesn't even seem to think that they want to give him a contract. Are they going to let him just kind of run out the year? And if Tampa is not going to make the playoffs, and it looks like they may not, man, that's some big stuff right there.
Yeah, Wayne Gretzky got traded, man. So anybody's tradable, right? Rico will be with us, Andrew. He's just running a little bit late, and my rule is I don't want you racing. I just slow as smooth as fast. I'd rather just run the show by myself than Rico wrap his car around a telephone pole because he was racing home.
Yeah. Just get in when you can get in. Yeah, for sure. Be safe. But do you see that? Do you see that as a possibility?
I mean, see it. And, honestly, Pearlo, I've been thinking the same thing because of the beginning of the year and that little like impromptu press conference he held where he was like, yeah, I'm upset I don't have a contract.
Yeah. Like he wasn't even like a little bit unvocal about it. He was very vocal about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, and give Stamkos credit. You know what, man? I think it's a good move for him to go. I'd like to see him on like with Anaheim, like a little bit more leadership. They've got room for a guy like that. His buddy Kaloran is there.
That's a good look, dude. I never even thought about that. And they got that great Carlson kid who could feed off of him. Like I
really like this Leo Carlson kid is so fun to watch, and that's why I have that Hawks game on. That's going into the third here pretty soon. Kings have 4 games in hand on Vegas and Canucks yesterday, 4 points behind Vegas. If they put together some home wins, Kings are first soon. John Maxwell, great name by the way, John. I do not disagree with you at all. The Kings just won their 11th straight road game. By the way, I don't know if you saw Pearlo. The Montreal Canadiens sent Arbor Xhekaj down to the minors.
Well, that's where he should be. That's where he should be.
I thought he looked so good when he first came up with
them. He's just terrible defensively. He has been. He doesn't understand the NHL game defensively at all. So he's going to be a very, very, very good player, but he needs to get down there and learn the game in more facets than just beating people up and being over aggressive on the offensive side of the game. So I think that's a perfect place for him, and it should have been a while ago. That's my personal opinion. I could be wrong. Everybody loves to watch Jack Guy because Jack Guy is so aggressive. You know, everybody loves aggressive players, but his overall game is not NHL level. I don't think.
Yeah, Leafs play Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. I hope so. Yeah, so Samsonov has had an illness. I think he would have played tonight. And I think based on what I heard Sheldon Keefe in his press conference on Real Kipper and Bourne was, I think he would have liked to have played Samsonov tonight. I think they really love Joseph Wall, but they were trying to cut. I mean, he's been playing a lot for them because he's been, and quite frankly, in my opinion, Joseph Wall is the reason the Leafs have been winning games. And he won the game tonight for them, bar none. In the first half of that game, he stoned a couple of huge opportunities for the Montreal Montreal. I'm sorry, the Ottawa Senators. So yeah, I don't understand. It's been hold on, I apologize. I'm trying to. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize Jeremy Swayman was out for the Boston Bruins. Rube Hentz just got his second of the night to tie it up for the Dallas Stars at 4 apiece. Caps got their best goalie in, though. Charlie Lindgren has been their best goalie. So, but Dallas is a wagon, and I don't know. I just like to see the Capitals win a regulation game here. Let's see if they can push it here the last 5 minutes. I had not watched much of this game, though, because there were so many other good games on early. I just not that interested in watching the Caps get throttled. But they were winning 3-1 at one point and then went up 4-3 after Dallas tied it. So we'll see if this veteran team can find their way. And look who's with us. What up,
Hey, fellas?
Did you catch anything tonight?
Dude, man, it's crazy. Just a lot of stuff going on, man. Within, first of all, Joseph Wall is going to be gone for a while, man.
Yeah, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Give me the over on every single Toronto game from now until he comes back. Give me the over.
Hey, real quick. Pearlo, you'll love this. John Cooper has his team with an empty net down 4-1 with 8 minutes left to go against the Nashville Predators.
Yeah. Well,
I love it. I love it. Oh, Ovi got his 1,500th point tonight. Thanks, you salty. I appreciate that.
I loved that was one of my favorite was Nashville tonight. I loved Nashville over Toronto.
Yep.
Yeah, you did. You sure did.
But what my favorite thing this year is shot props. Shot props are the way to go this year.
I think so.
Shot prop every single game. They're like Boston. I took a loss on the -1.5, but I got the shot prop on Marchand and I got the shot prop on what's that center for? Yeah, like shot props are the way to go right now because this, do you agree with me, Beard? This is probably one of the tightest seasons we have seen where anybody can beat anybody any game. Do you agree?
I do agree. I think we were talking about that. I think there's really no separation from the top. Look at what happened tonight. The Red Wings have been a wagon as of late. They get Patrick Kane first in the lineup. They're up 4-0. And they lose the game 6-5 in overtime to the Sharks. By the way, Rico, that was the game of the night. If you didn't get a chance to see any of that.
Yeah, I saw it, man. And the game totally started out slow. There was nothing going on. Even San Jose came out a little better. But that Dylan Larkin line with DeBrincat and Kane, they look good. Both goalies are standing on their head early. And all of a sudden there was an explosion in the second period. Detroit got all their goals. And then San Jose came all the way back. It was nuts.
Yeah, 3-0 David Quinn takes a timeout. Right after the timeout, the Red Wings score again, and then the Sharks score like 2 goals in a minute. And then they score another goal, and it's 4-3. And then before the end of the period, it's 4-4. And I don't think Detroit – I honestly, when it became 4-3, I was surprised Lalonde didn't take a timeout. So it was crazy. So looks like – looks like the Wild are going to go on a power play here in the first.
I'll be right back. I'll go out for a second. I got to get my remote. The little lady has a remote in the bedroom.
Yeah, no worries. Pearlo, take care of your business. All right. You can let yourself in and out if you remember how to do it. No worries. Just sit. Yeah, perfect. You didn't have to leave, but you can drop yourself down and stay in the thing. So I don't know. Winnipeg just scored 3-1. Winnipeg, Morrissey. We all had this, didn't we? We all said we liked Winnipeg over Colorado. I have not liked Colorado's game as of late.
Yeah, and this is McCarr's first game back as well too, after missing a couple.
Is he back? Okay, so that's still in the second though, so there's a lot of time left in that one. I can for sure put the first is going on. Let's see, Carolina's still up 2-0 on Calgary. That's in the second. That's almost over, though. There's only 8 minutes left in the second. Flyers up 3-1. Pearlo had that one. That's in the second on the Arizona. In Arizona. Arizona doesn't lose at home. So this just goes to show you how well the Flyers are playing. Ducks still up 1-0. That third period hasn't started yet. It's 5-1 Preds now. So I guess the empty net backfired on our main man, John Cooper, but we love John Cooper. I think he's one of the greatest coaches ever. Just a great guy. I had the fortune to talking to him. Dry is going to kill someone out there. Another fine. Ant PK. Anti-PK. Anti-PK. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about Leon Draisaitl? He's not playing. Edmonton's not playing tonight. Just clarify what you're saying. No worries. I'm gonna share the stream now that you're here, Rico, and see if we go ahead and give your thoughts on the Maple Leafs tonight. So I'm not just sitting here typing and we got all this dead air.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for Wall, they would not have been in that game.
I
He
agree.
stood on his head, dude, and the defense from Toronto with the depth guys, man, Benoit and the other guy, and then Timmins, like, man, they are thin back there. No Liljegren, no Giordano. I mean, Klingberg, like, they got nobody in their back end. They're leaving their goalie out to dry, and it's really starting to affect them, man. The trade deadline can't come soon enough, or they got to get a defenseman, like, ASAP. I don't think they can roll with this lineup and expect to be competitive. I mean, you're playing Ottawa tonight. It's not like you were playing Colorado or LA or something.
Well, I expected Ottawa to win that game coming off that amazing performance against the Rangers, and just said that's the best game they've played all year. And I just let's see if Pearlo, see if you could bring yourself in.
And I don't know what's going on with Samsonov, man. He's been sick since that Sweden trip.
Yeah, I got you, Pearlo. No worries. I didn't want you to have to wait. So, yeah, dude, he probably has what I have. So, yeah, he's just struggling. It's the time of year for it, you know. I'm not surprised. I'm tweeting out our all right, here we go. Yeah, it's kind of dumb. Let's just tweet it. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry about that, boys. Getting that tweeted out. We can drop that. Columbus. Down 3 D-man and a goalie now. Yeah, but here's what Rick, you missed it earlier, and I'll tell it to Rico since he's here now. a lot of Toronto fans aren't aware of how good Martin Jones was at the beginning of the year with the Seattle Kraken. In my opinion, he kept him in it. He won a bunch of important games early in the year for them. And if I'm a Leafs fan, I'm really not stressing it. It just seems like the more last year when they had injuries, they seem to just play better. I almost feel like the Leafs are better when their backs are up against the wall. It's just the way I feel like it is.
That's a good point. I can't say that I'm comfortable with Jones, but you brought up a really good point there because Seattle, when Jones was in net, they used to outscore everybody. Like
he played well. Look at his numbers. Look at his numbers for Seattle last year. They're really good. I think he had a .915 save percentage or something. It was really good.
Yeah, he's a huge goalie. Like he's a big guy. If he could stay within himself and just stay consistent, he'll be all right. But the only problem with Wall going down too is you get basically no cap relief from him. That like he's making the league minute pretty much. So having Wall go down creates an issue trying to find another goalie if needed.
Well, and the Leafs are going to have to pay a premium. Everybody knows they need defense, and just the guys' names I'm hearing out there, like they're going to probably have to cough up a lot for like a Sean Walker. What I heard tonight from Darren Dreger was that, you know, they don't want to trade Tanev right now in Calgary because they're not out of it. So, and that makes sense to me. So I was going to look up Martin Jones's numbers from last year, but I'm just not going to because my computer's being.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, his first half of the year with Seattle
he was 2.9, 8.8, 0.87.
Yeah, but his numbers the first like 20 games he played were spectacular, and the Leafs aren't going to need him for that long. So. Yeah, I think Seattle has goalies. I just think they're not getting the scoring that they need. I don't hate their goalies. Grubauer could be better, but I don't
like Samsonov, but I love Wall. Now that they don't have Wall, I don't like Toronto.
Samsonov was excellent last year.
Oh, he was he had his points, but I don't like him overall. He's like Campbell. He's had horrible times. He's had good times. Like there's no consistency with the dude.
He could let in some like mentally questioning goals. Like he's just really shaky sometimes. You can tell it just gets out of his own head a little bit out on you.
Yeah. They're
not winning.
You don't have to tell me about Ilya Samsonov. He was a first-round pick for the Washington Capitals.
Colorado just scored, by the way,
to make it 3-2.
Yeah.
Oh, are they reviewing it? Yep.
They did, but it was a good goal. It's a good goal. Yeah.
Oh, who was the goal scorer?
I think it was McKinnon, but I'm not sure.
94. Oh, what's
I didn't have anything on this game at all. Like I very seldom don't have anything. I didn't even have props on this game. I had nothing.
I thought we all decided Winnipeg would win this game. Boy, it'll be a damn.
I did, but I didn't put a bet. I didn't put a bet on Winnipeg. I was leaning Winnipeg though. Yeah.
It was an amazing pass. It was an amazing pass from Nathan McKinnon. It was Kiviranta. I didn't even know Kiviranta was playing.
Kiviranta came from Kiviranta playing with Colorado.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was playing for him. So, still 1-0 with 15 minutes left to go in that.
So I didn't get to say this. Did you hear me say this, Rico?
What?
Stamkos is not got a contract in Tampa Bay. They aren't even talking contract in Tampa Bay. And you see the way Tampa Bay is playing right now. Do you think it's possible that he gets traded at the deadline? And where would he go? Who would want to grab that dude? You're talking about a big contract. I know it's gonna be a weird, a crazy trade, but do you see it at all though?
I mean, depending if it's gonna be a rental or if he's gonna get traded to a team that he's gonna sign with.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. What team could he sign with that is heading that trajectory to be a really good team and they have cap space. Well, they could send. Tampa's going to want players back too. So, but could you see it happening though?
I don't know. They were even talking about like Nylander today too. If you would trade William Nylander at the deadline, knowing if he did make a motion like Tkachuk did in Calgary that he's not going to be re-signing there next year, or this is the number he wants, or he's out.
For everything I hear, Nylander wants to be in Toronto like big time. So I don't see that.
What about Stamkos to Carolina?
Yeah, that was my first thought too.
They could send a couple of mediocre forwards like they have in their whole top 12. I mean, there's a couple good guys there, but there's a lot of depth there as well too. Like they can send
Kotkaniemi to start off with. Kotkaniemi.
Yeah, because he's making a lot of money there too. Maybe attach like a Seth Jarvis or something to him. Something that's still in his rookie deal, but I don't know.
Yeah, they do need a guy like that though, there, don't they? Like a guy that's won cups and stuff like that. Like I could see it, but he needs another contract, and I think the reason why they might be going like not giving him one is because the money he wants is over where they figure they can do.
Which one of Carolina's defensemen's on an expiring deal? I think it's either Pesce or Slavin, are they not?
Pesce
is. So
Pesce is, yeah. I think Netchus is up soon too, I thought.
Pesce, Kotkaniemi, and a first-round pick or something like that. I could see that. I could see that. Something like that I could see.
I could see Stamkos wanting to stay in the East. I don't think he'd want to go all the way to the West Coast.
Well, I certainly would. That's when I look at that stuff, like your whole family has been there forever. Why would you want to like go all the way across, you know? Like I wouldn't want to do that either. So
Kotkaniemi is signed through like 2029 30. 2029 30. But he's only 4'8". They only have him at 4'8". By the way, he's only 23 years old too.
Yeah.
So like
he's still got upside. Yeah.
Yeah, and he makes nothing. They're not getting rid of that contract.
Well, I think if they could get a Stamkos and they think that's, you know, that kind of
they could maybe get a Stamkos
won
now.
Several cups and stuff. I think they might consider it. I don't know.
They could maybe get a Stamkos now.
Yeah. Because I think
overtime.
Do you remember when Williams was there?
Yeah, Justin Williams. Yeah.
They haven't had a guy like that since him. Stamkos would be that guy.
So here's all their UFAs on defense next year. Brady Shea, Brett Pesce, Tony DeAngelo, and Chatfield. All are unrestricted free agents. Antti Ranta, unrestricted free agent. Brendan Lemieux, unrestricted free agent. Stefan Nosen, unrestricted free agent. Jordan Martinook, unrestricted free agent. And Teuvo Teravainen, unrestricted free agent. What about a Teuvo Teravainen for Steven Stamkos trade? Teravainen, 29 years old now.
Oh, I got Blackhawks. Cool. Blackhawks are winning. Yeah, Teravainen could be part of that deal for sure.
You're talking about Stamkos going to Carolina.
Yeah, I think Teravainen could be part of that deal for sure. There's a lot of things that they could do there to get a Stamkos if he wants to go there. Because I really think that when it comes down to it, it's going to be where does he want to go? They're not just going to throw Stamkos anywhere. And he probably has a full no movement clause anyways, right? So it's going to be up
to him. I'd have to look it up here. Let me look. Yeah.
So the return is not going to be beautiful. Like it's not.
Well, but if they say to him, "We're not re-signing you," I'm sure he waives his no movement clause.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm sure he does, but I don't. Sorry about
I was just going to say it didn't end well with Martin St. Louis, and I will say this: the Tampa Bay Lightning have traded a lot of draft capital for players on their team. They need to get some youth in their lineup. So if they could trade Stamkos to a contender, like what about at Edmonton? If they could fit his number, by the way, Stamkos makes 8.5. So they'd have to retain 50%. And it's if you do it at the trade line, it's what's left of the contract. So it's not that, it's probably like $2 million. So if they trade $3 million, so it's like $1.5 million. So we'll see. Washington on the power play in overtime with 1:12 left. We'll see what happens here.
I think Stamkos would waive his contract, but he also has full control of where he wants to go.
He has a no movement clause. He has a no movement clause. Yes, he does have a no movement
contract for like 1 or 2 teams, and that's it.
Hey, how about this one? How about this one?
Detroit,
Florida,
Vancouver, Canucks.
No, he won't go out there.
Detroit is interesting because of Stevie Y. I don't know how old Chatfield is. You'll have to look it up.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Stevie Y.
Imagine Stevie Detroit's Y. In a playoff spot, and all of a sudden you got Patrick Kane and Stamkos there heading into the playoffs.
I could definitely see that.
Stammer is still a guy that you could see him like scoring goals from the wing if he's getting fed, so.
How about the New York Rangers?
And that's another one. I don't know that they have any cap space, though. I think that's the problem.
No, you got to give up a player or two or whatever. But you're talking about a guy who's won a couple cups. Who's won a couple cups there in New York? No one.
Yeah, they don't have anybody on that team, I don't think.
Yeah, like you're talking about a guy that can come in there and say, look, dude, this is the way we do it right here. You got Lavi there. Lavi would be like, get Stamkos here. No. I could definitely see that. I could see him going to the Rangers for sure. Philip Hedl, a first-round pick or whatever it might be, but something like that.
Hedl's been injured for them.
In there too. Throw Kako in the deal too.
Kako. There's lots of guys they could throw in there. There's lots of guys that they could throw in there to make the cap work. They retain, get a first. Yeah, I could see the Rangers all day there, all day. Yeah, no doubt about it. Another one is the only thing is it's interdivision. That would be the hard part here. It would be hard to do. But who needs a center more than the Boston Bruins right now?
So, yeah, I know they say Stamkos is a center left wing, but he pretty much plays the wing.
He pretty much plays the wing in Tampa, yeah. He could play center, though. You got Point and
so they have Braden Point, Cirelli, Nick Paul, Luke Glendening. Those are their centers up for the 4 lines, really. But Point plays the wing a bit too, so I imagine that happens when Stamkos moves over to center because they probably play on that same team. So yeah, they have Kucherov and Point locked up long term. They have Cirelli locked up long term. They have Paul locked up really long time. They have Hagel locked up long time. They have Sergachev locked up long time. Only 2 years left on Hedman's deal. So Stamkos is the oldest guy on that team, by the way, at 33, and Hedman's the second oldest at 32. Him and him and Calvin DeHaan. Oh, I lied. Luke Glendenning's 34. So Stamkos is the second oldest. I forgot about Glendening. So I was just looking. Otherwise, they don't really have that old a team. I didn't realize Connor Sherry's on LTIR for them too, but they signed him to a 3-year, $2 million deal. So they're missing him. So that's $2 million off the cap there. And then, but that's the only injured guy they have right now. And they're getting LTIR relief from Brent Seabrook's contract. Brent Seabrook's still getting paid $6.8 million this year. Wow, dude.
I know, right? The guy's just kicking back, getting his injury
Yeah, good for him. They have guaranteed contracts.
I mean, I agree. Good for him. Good for him to do that.
Yeah, we haven't given up a score update in a minute, but the Preds went final. That's 5-1. All the early games, everybody knows all that. Capitals and them are in a shootout, so I don't know where we are with that. Preds win 5-1 final. Dude, Nashville's not going away. I mean, every time I keep hearing about how garbagey they are, they aren't. Blackhawks with 7 minutes left to go. Kurashev, the only goal scorer, that's 1-0. Insane. Flyers still up 3-1. That's in the third now, but that third period has not started. We have about 13 minutes to go. Carolina still up 2-0. That's going to be in the third. That period has not started yet, though. We have about 13 minutes to go in that. Jets Avalanche 3-2. That's in the going into the third. That there's about 10 minutes on that intermission break. Minnesota and Vancouver is 1 minute left to go in the first. The Canucks are up 1-0. His 18th. Oh, I'm sorry. That's 1-1. It looks like.
I'll be right back.
No,
The Canucks scored the first goal on 4 shots. The Wild had 11 shots.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's been their problem all year long. That's been their problem all year long. And looks like Dallas won in a shootout. And that means Kraken and Devils are underway. So that'll be interesting.
Flyers are up 3-1 now.
That's been that way for a while, I think.
Yeah,
I've had that score. I've had that up to date for a while. Yeah, that's been at the intermission for a while. If you look at the ticker, that's up to date, I believe.
Okay. Now I did like the Flyers there, yeah, for sure. I like the Flyers, and my score was 3-1. So if nobody scores from here on in, I guess I am.
Pretty even in the shot department though, 16-14. Konechny, Farabee, Glosson, Krause, and Konechny. I have Konechny on fantasy too, man. I had 2 guys with 2 goals tonight. Konechny and Rupe Hintz. Pretty impressive.
Oh wow! I'm getting my ass kicked on my shot props in that game.
In what game? In the Flyers game?
Yeah, I got the Flyers to win, but I had like Atkinson over 2.5 shots. He hasn't had one yet, which is surprising. Oh no, he has one. He has one.
Andrew's giving us updates to the Thursday night football game. Pats are up 21-18 on Pittsburgh. So yeah, I feel like this is a must-win for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Or the Pittsburgh Steelers. Sorry,
Steelers. Yeah.
It's a must-win for the Pittsburgh Penguins too.
Yeah,
but
any game is a must-win for the Penguins now. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean they got to start winning. 0 for 34 or something on their power play. Now their last, they haven't scored.
Like I know they have an older group there, but my God, that's horrible. How do you not have? You got Carlson, and what I think they need to do now in Pittsburgh is that they need to play the way Carlson wants to play now. I think they just need to go balls out offensive for the rest of the season and see what happens. I do. I just you got the best offensive defenseman we've seen in the last probably 15 or 20 years besides Makar. Why wouldn't you just play balls out offensive? Like let him do what he did in San Jose. The way they're playing with Carlson, they shouldn't even have got him.
Oh, was I able to do that by myself or no?
You are. Yes, you are able to do it by yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't see the go back in button.
Yeah, you just have to hover over your picture and it says remove or add. It'll say add to the stage. You just have to hover over your picture. Just hover over your screen picture and it'll say add to stage and then you'll get that.
Okay.
So yeah. All right. So what did I have for dinner tonight, Andrew? I had what? It was look like. Am I wearing it somewhere on me? Tacos, my man. I had tacos. What'd you have for dinner? Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I got the under 6.5 in that Flyers Coyotes game, so I might be.
Who leads the NHL in points? Pop quiz.
Don't even pay attention to
I don't think it's Kucherov. Is it Kucherov?
It is Kucherov. Ding, 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 ding. Kucherov, 44 points. Who leads the NHL in goals? Who leads the NHL in goals?
Oh,
Besser?
Not
Besser. Ding, 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 ding. Besser with 18
goals.
I
got it. Oh my God.
Yeah, you got it. Who leads the NHL in assists? It's actually a tie for first, but 3 guys have 27 assists. Who are they?
David?
Nope, McDavid's not even in the top 10.
He's not in there? Kucherov?
No, he's in the top. He is in the top 10. I'm sorry.
Kucherov?
Kucherov is one.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a hint. The other two
don't tell me anything. Don't tell me anything. I'll figure it out. I'm not even going to look online. I'm going to try to figure out who it is. I'm not even going to look online here. So we got 2 more guys. Who leads in assists?
He's not from Edmonton, is he?
Nope.
Could it possibly be that Vancouver defenseman?
What's his name?
That Vancouver defenseman?
Quinn Hughes.
Ding, ding, ding. Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes. Rico. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, one more guy. One more guy.
Is it Panarin?
One more guy leads in assists.
Not Panarin.
Yeah, that would be a good one, but I don't think that's probably it.
Not Rantanen, is it?
Nope. Nathan McKinnon's up there. No. Nathan McKinnon's tied for second with 25 with JT Miller.
Just give me time here.
Oh my God. Is it Barkov?
How many assists is it?
Okay, I'm just going to tell you because you guys have guessed enough. I told you they all have 27 assists. It's Nikita Kucherov.
Okay, don't tell me.
No, I'm already telling you because we wasted too much time on it. It is not Leon, Andrew. It is Cale Makar.
Makar. Oh, how do we not know?
Okay,
that?
Who leads the NHL in goals against average? I'll give you a hint.
For goaltenders? For goaltenders?
No,
for a center.
That leads the fucking NHL in goals against fucking Pearlo. What the fuck? It's a goaltender stat, bro.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, you could look at team total for that.
I said goals against average. I said which goalie leads in goals against.
Okay,
we're doing individuals, not fucking teams. Goals against. I just did the fucking goals at this point.
Which goalie leads the team in goals or leads in goals against?
Is it Shesterkin?
Demko?
Nope.
Shesterkin.
Nope.
No, wouldn't be Shesterkin.
Not Cam Talbot.
It's got to be
on a really... Ding. Cam Talbot. 1-8-4. 2 is, and KQ got it. KQ got it in the chat. KQ got it in the chat too. Cam Talbot with a 1-8-4. He had a shutout tonight.
Wow.
Second in the league. Second in the league. You know, it's not Vasi, Andrew.
It's not Vaseline FC.
Yeah, Vasi hasn't been that sharp when he's been back either. He gave up 8 goals this year. You give up a snowman. I think they had him in for 6. Aiden Hill led the day with 187 because 187 murder, death, kill. That is Aiden Hill's goals against. But Cam Talbot with the shutout today. Okay, I'm not going to do defensemen, but let's talk about rookies. Who leads the rookies in points? We all know it's Connor Bedard. I think that's an easy one. Who leads rookies in goals? We all know that's Connor Bedard. He's 11. Who leads rookies in assists? It's not Connor Bedard.
That Marchenko guy from Anaheim.
Pavel Mintyukov from Anaheim. It's not Marchenko, but
yeah, Mintyukov.
He answered it. I can't give you time if he correctly answers it.
Well, he took Columbus guy. He didn't take.
No. I said defenseman, man.
Guy. He did say that. Okay. Sorry, didn't hear that.
I got the name wrong, but I knew the guy from Anaheim.
He said Marchenko from Columbus, but that guy's been in the league a few years.
Yeah, so, the Mintyukov guy, because I knew people were talking about maybe him beating Bedard out for the.
By the way, tied for second in rookie assists, Luke Hughes and Logan Cooley, both with 11. How crazy is that?
Dude, wouldn't it be awesome if the World Juniors can have like Connor Bedard back in them and like have all the stacked guys that are available from the States and all the guys
for Canada? For Canada, it'd be awesome. No, I mean, these guys are playing in the league. I think once you play in the league and you're getting major minutes, even guys like Fantilli, who has
Leo
7
Carlson, like Leo Carlson for Sweden would be unreal in that tournament.
Yeah, he, by the way, has 8 goals, and he's not on the assist leader, so I don't know where he's at with that. He has 13 points, so he has 5 assists. But yeah, Bedard leads all rookies with 20 points. Marco Rossi and Luke Hughes tied for second with 15 points. So we'll see how it goes. But Mintyukov, too, has 13 points. So,
Marco
damn.
What a player.
Somebody took a stick. I don't know. Miles Wood. I think it was on a follow-through, though. So they're looking at him on the ice. I cannot get this Vancouver game to pull up. I have no idea why I cannot get this game to pull up.
I like that exact score, 3-1 Arizona at Philly, if nobody scores here. And I think it's a really good chance that nobody does score in the third. That'd be cool.
That game should be underway by now, too. Are we underway there?
It's back on the way, underway. Colorado's got a 2-man advantage.
Okay, Dylan Sandberg got 2 minutes for high sticking. Yeah, that's not good. This might be a tie game after this.
Yeah, you don't want to be giving Colorado's 2-man advantage. Good thing they don't have Makar, but yeah.
Yeah, they do.
No, they do have Makar. I thought he was in the lineup.
Oh, Makar's in tonight too?
Yeah, he's in. Yeah, they have Makar. Yep, he's out there now. Yep, he just missed a couple of games. That's going to be kind of his thing, man, though. Like, it's blacked out for you, huh, Andrew? You're talking – are you talking Vancouver or are you talking about I can watch the Seattle Kraken tonight. They're not blacked out for me. I got them on because they're on ESPN. You can't black them out because they're on ESPN. So I get to watch them like 2 or 3 times without blacking them out. So, all right, boys. Anything else you want to talk about before we shut the show down?
Are we shutting down? Oh, okay.
We don't have to.
I'm good for as long as you want. I'm not even working tomorrow, so.
Oh, so we go right. Yeah. We go late a little bit here. Yeah. Well, so let's just review the scores real quick. Blackhawks won that game 1-0 final. Kurashev, that game final. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to change. I
like the Blackhawks there. That was a good.
Did you see, Rico? Did you watch the Leafs? Did you watch the Leafs Ottawa game?
I watched some of it. I was at work till 9 tonight, so I caught in and out of it. I mostly listen to Joe Bowen and Jim Ralph call it on the radio.
Jim Ralph. Jim Ralph has like one of the deepest voices.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 4-1. Sorry, Pearlo. The Flyers just netted their 4th goal. Does that screw you over?
No, I got Philly to win, but I did have the under, so it could
You got Tyson Forster to get a point. Tell me he got a point there. Shit, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked with the props there too. Why don't we look at tomorrow's games? Why don't we do that?
John Maxwell says Kane to Detroit was a good move for them. By January, he'll have some games under his belt, and he should be 80 to 90. Interested to see Kane to bring it together. Stamkos can center that line. Oh, he's talking about Stamkos being on Detroit already. Hey, I thought Kane looked good tonight with the Brinket already. So I'll just say this. I feel like I think they'll be all right. Hot Take Hockey liked the fact that I let him know that Martin Jones was really good for Seattle at the beginning of the year. So I think that he doesn't have anything to worry about there.
Hot Take Hockey's in? What happened to Morgan Geeky Hot Take Hockey? That was supposed to be the big Boston play there. Morgan Geeky.
Yeah, I'm going to switch off that Arizona game. I'm going to go back to that Canucks Wild game because I feel like that's the game. I mean, that's a 1-0 game. I want to see if the Wild can extend that streak under the new coach, Just interesting to me.
I have the Wild tonight, but I also have the over in this game, which isn't.
I got the Fire tablet today, so I can have like 3 games on tablets, and I had if I have my wife's iPad, I can with the TV, her iPad, I can have 6 games. And honestly, 6 games, that's about the limit I can the Beast Radio guys. You mean the best, right, Andrew? You're talking about Joe Bowen and Jim Ralph. From my experience, the radio broadcasts a lot of times are like, I love the Capitals radio guys. It's John Walton, and now it's Devontae Smith-Pelly. It's usually Ken Sabrin, but I think he may have hung it up. I don't know what's going on. He might have retired. Or they make a change. They'll make a change from time to time. I know the Penguins now, the guys that were doing TV, I think Steve Mears and Bob Airy are now doing the radio. I don't like those guys at all, but Boston's radio guys are better than TV guys. Sorry. I'm still I'm recouping, so I'm not over this. Oh, wow. Colorado did not score on that 5-on-3, man. Winnipeg is gritty, man. I've just enjoyed watching them play. They're going to be an awful team to play in the playoffs for anybody.
They grind it out quite a bit, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be an awful team to play in the playoffs for sure. One of the best goalies. Yeah, I do love the Caps TV broadcast too. I always feel like they're very fair. Like they'll just give it to them if they don't play well. And
thing is, with the Jets, there was a leadership shift in that dressing room, I think.
Yeah, I just don't think that Wheeler was the problem. I just think, like, if you take the captaincy away, it's one of those things where I just think it kind of made it polarizing. I don't know. I mean, plus, you had Maurice, and then he leaves, and it was kind of maybe his guy. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just need to make changes. They probably should have traded him I mean, you got to remember, Wheeler has been with that organization since they were in Atlanta. It's like, that's a long time, man.
Well, since they let him go, they've been a lot better. So I don't know. I don't know how that works there, but it didn't work out with Wheeler there in Winnipeg for sure. And now you got
He's 38 now too, right? Like they could have traded him like 3 years ago, and I don't think anybody would have
blamed him
said
for it.
much.
If you're going to remove the captaincy off of a player, probably a good idea to trade him. But the thing, he was making 8-point-something million too, so that probably made it pretty difficult for them to make that trade. So.
Okay. There are trivia for you again. There are 3 active NHLers, and we just named one of them, Blake Wheeler, that played for the Atlanta Thrashers. Who are the other 2?
What's that Vegas guy?
No.
No, he doesn't play in Vegas right now?
Nope.
Okay, so
Evander Kane
other players.
Yes, Evander Kane is one. Ding, 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 ding. Rico gets it. He even plays in your city, Pearlo, and you didn't get it. So Evander Kane and Blake Wheeler.
Okay, so one more player in the NHL that played for Atlanta.
The Atlanta Thrashers.
Wow, that's
cool. You want me to give you a hint?
Sure.
I'll give you a hint. He plays defense.
Plays defense. Played for
I'll give you another hint. He plays defense in the Atlantic Division.
Okay. Don't give me any more hints. And I'll
that's it. I'm not giving you any more hints.
Good. I don't want any more hints.
1 sec. In the Atlantic.
I got to look at the Atlantic Division and figure it out. Plays in the Atlantic Division, and he played for Atlanta. So you're looking at
not Ben Sherratt.
No. Ben Sherratt never played.
No, but he might have been around long enough, though.
Because he played for the Jets.
Who?
Matheson?
No, he hasn't been in the league. No, it's not Hyman.
It's an old player. Oh! I know who it is. Wait, is he still playing in the Atlantic now?
He's currently playing right now.
I thought he played in Minnesota. Okay, that's not it then. He's playing currently in the Atlantic right now. This is a great question.
Yes. You don't know it, you can just tap out.
No, I'm not tapping out. Forget that shit.
Rico, don't look it up.
I'm looking at the Atlantic Division teams.
We don't have to look at the Atlantic Division teams. Your team is in the Atlantic.
I know, but it's
Come on.
Boston.
Okay. Nope, not Boston.
One more hint.
I just said he doesn't play for Boston. He doesn't play for Toronto.
Ekman Larson, did he start there?
No, Ekman Larson started his career with the Arizona Coyotes.
He started in Arizona.
I don't think Ekman Larson's been in the league long enough to have played.
Kulikov, maybe? Does he
Nope, not Kulikov. He doesn't play for the Florida Panthers.
He doesn't play for the Florida Panthers, but he plays in
that's
the
3
Atlantic.
teams I've told you. How many teams are left in the Atlantic? 3 teams.
It's not Giordano because he started in Calgary.
Now he's old enough to have played with them. It's not Giordano.
Ottawa.
I told you it's not Toronto. So
it's not Ottawa.
Nope.
No, there's no way it's Ottawa. Who's
an old defenseman on the Habs?
He doesn't play for the Habs.
It's not the Habs.
So I already said no Boston, no Florida, no Toronto, no Montreal. That leaves Ottawa. No, I said no Ottawa. So that leaves Buffalo.
Tampa, Buffalo.
I'll give you a hint. He's played for both of those teams.
He's played for Tampa and Buffalo? Oh, my God. How am I not getting this?
Okay, you don't got it.
Don't tell me. I'm going to
tell you.
Who do you play for now?
Telling me. I don't care who's listening. I am getting the answer right. Period. End of story. You gave me the challenge. I'm going to get it.
Okay, but in Jeopardy, it's not Tage Thompson, Andrew. Nice guess, though. This guy's been in the league. He played for the Atlanta Thrashers. Tage Thompson's like 23 years old. The Atlanta Thrashers have not been okay. So it's Zach Bogosian.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. But he's in Minnesota now. That's why.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
Zach Bogosian is in Minnesota right now. That's
why
why
I thought he was on the Tampa Bay. Well, you could have said Zach Bogosian, but you didn't say Zach Bogosian.
No, I didn't because he's in Minnesota right now. I was going to say Zach Bogosian, but he is in Minnesota right now.
Yeah, I was going to say Bogosian too. Yeah.
If I would have known that's the guy.
Fuck, you guys were not. You could have said his name. You never did. You said a million other fucking names.
Yeah, but I said what I said.
Give me a fucking break. You said Kulikov, Madison, fucking this guy, that guy, but I was going to say fucking Bogosian. But
no. I said what I said was I have a guy, but he's not in the Atlantic Division right now. He's in Minnesota. I said that. And you said for sure he's in the Atlantic Division right now. So I didn't know who it was. Otherwise, I would have took Bogosian.
I thought he was still in the Atlantic. I thought he still was with Tampa Bay. Is he not with Tampa Bay?
No, he's in Minnesota. Otherwise,
he started the year with Tampa Bay, though. That's right. He got traded, didn't he?
Yeah, he got traded.
I'm not saying he didn't say Minnesota, but he fucking didn't name him. And he named every other goddamn guy.
No, I said that he's not in the division right now, the guy I'm thinking about. So are you sure? That's why I said, are you sure he's in the Atlantic Division? Because Bogosian would have been the guy. But he's in Minnesota.
Oh my God!
After Addison got traded to San Jose,
did
they went and got Bogosian for like a 4th round pick or something like that from Tampa.
I haven't even had that game on. So that's crazy.
Seattle is outplaying New Jersey right now. I'm getting really worried about this New Jersey team. They should be crushing this game.
I am nervous. About New Jersey.
That's another team that with Dougie Hamilton out and questioning at goaltending if they're going to be able to defend and keep the puck out of their net.
Yeah. I mean, the goaltending's not good. I don't even think this isn't even a tough spot for them. They should be ruining this game.
Who?
Like they're a 500 team right now. You're going into Seattle. New Jersey should be destroying this game.
New Jersey's a sub 500 team, and so is Seattle. Yeah,
they just didn't they lose to Vancouver before this?
No, New Jersey beat Vancouver. Vancouver's on a 3-game losing streak.
Maybe I should have took because they got a back-to-back after this against Calgary.
I said New Jersey in this game just because Seattle's been not good.
Yeah, I should have looked at this more because they got Calgary and Edmonton back-to-back after this, so they're not going to kill themselves in this game. This should have been an under all day. Man, I hate when I do that. Because there's no way they're going to kill themselves to win this game.
Well, Seattle's a good defensive team. They're just not getting great goaltending, and they're not getting good scoring.
Yeah, but in this spot, New Jersey's not going to go to war against Seattle. When they got Calgary and Edmonton back-to-back, I'm so stupid. I should have definitely been.
Pearlo does talk to John Duncan at Off the Wall Hockey. And speaking of which, I will be streaming with Off the Wall Hockey next week, Thursday, before our stream. Yeah, before our stream. And we won't miss our stream. But, when Rico gets back, let's preview tomorrow's games because I would like to take the rest of the night off, boys. We only have 3 games to talk about.
Yeah, let's preview the games. Yeah, let's do that.
I'll wait for Rico. How about the Blue Jackets being up 2-1 against the Islanders? I'm like, and they lost 7-3.
Yeah.
Oh, God, dude. That's just ugly there. 3 games on tomorrow. And quick update on the scores. Oh, yeah, I wonder, did So I was gonna tell Rico when he gets on too. I have some baseball insider news for him. I don't know if he cares.
Are you talking about? You're not talking about Shohei, are you?
Shohei Ohtani, yeah. It looks like they'll
He's
know
going
by
to
middle.
Toronto.
I do think Toronto has a really good chance.
2 years in Toronto. So they only get a half a year of him pitching. Probably.
No, he's going to go $600 million for like 13 years, and he won't be able to pitch next year, but he'll pitch after that.
So he's going to go the full bore. So Toronto's going to give him $600 million. He's going to go to Toronto.
No, I think whoever gets him gives him $600 million. Okay, Rico, I got a little insider baseball for you.
What?
If the Toronto Blue Jays sign Shohei Ohtani, which I think they have a chance, 13 years, $600 million, I think is what the deal will be.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they just spent $200 million redoing their $250 million redoing the Sky Dome, and then another $100 million redoing their or upgrading their minor league stuff. I think if they end up getting him, it'll be like 13 years, $600 million. Oh, we got a game. What game are you talking about, KQ? What game are you talking about? Oh, New Jersey scored, by the way.
Nice.
They're up 1-0.
They need New Jersey there.
Again, Seattle outplaying them, but can't get the save they need. They can't get the save they need to keep them.
Well, they can't get the save, but they also can't score. They're like that's the reason why I said I was afraid that they would.
Well, they have some injuries again too. Burakovsky's out. Schwartz is out for them. Those guys are important guys.
They just had a lot of guys way above their career shooting percentage last year, and it wasn't likely that was going to keep going.
So Wild have 14 shots on goal.
I know.
To the Vancouver Canucks 7.
Yeah.
So unreal.
The only thing is, I think the Wild could pooch out in the second here. They've been on the road for a bit, and they have Edmonton and Calgary after this, so. I don't think they want to kill themselves in this game. They gave it a good go in the first. I would take Vancouver if they don't score again, second period here, because I just don't think Minnesota is going to want to kill themselves to win this game. When they got
this is a Western Conference game, though, man. They got to win this game.
Yeah, but they got Calgary and Edmonton back-to-back after this. If they give everything they got in this game, they're not winning either one of those games. They're not. They're just not. So.
Oh, you're talking the Flames game. Yeah, we've known that the Flames. Yeah, only 3 games tomorrow, which we're going to preview here real quick.
What were you saying about Ohtani? If he signs in Toronto, what?
Yeah, so we won't know till about Wednesday, I think. Jeff Passan was on today, Pat McAfee, and he said 96 hours from Wednesday. Well, that's like, I think it's going to be, so 96 hours is what, like 4 or 5 days, right?
You have to excuse me. I don't know much about the cap in baseball.
There is no cap.
They have a luxury tax, right?
They have a luxury tax. If your team's salary is over $300 million, I think you're in the luxury tax mode. So there was 3 teams that were over the luxury tax last year: the Mets, the Padres, and everybody thinks it's the Dodgers, but it wasn't the Dodgers. A lot of teams are operating without it. The luxury tax is kind of bad, but I think if you sign him for $600 million, though, I don't think they'd be over that for like 12 or 13 years, that roughly equates to like 40 something a year. I don't think that would necessarily put the Blue Jays over the luxury tax. So it doesn't matter if you stretch that deal out, but guaranteed money in baseball. So he'll get every penny of that money So he won't be pitching next year because of his elbow surgery, but he'll play full time. The thing that makes this guy like maybe the greatest baseball of all time is he hits 40 home runs and he wins like 15 games a year as a pitcher. Like it's just there's nobody that's ever done that. Babe Ruth was a pitcher before he was a hitter, and he won 20 games 3 times. But Babe Ruth also pitched in the 1930s, and then hit, and he was kind of the first guy to hit home runs and stuff. So there's really never been a guy like Ohtani. So he probably will get the.
I thought you were asking me a question about him.
No, I wasn't asking. I said I had some insider stuff for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I'm not going to say I think anything because I don't know baseball well enough, but shit, it would be awesome.
Oh my God, New England beat Pittsburgh 21-18 tonight.
I saw that. And Calgary just took the lead too.
Oh, did they really?
Short-handed goal by Blake Coleman.
Dude, yeah, that's a guy too, man. Like if they, I like that guy. I don't know how much he has left on his deal, but
dude, the only reason why Ohtani, one of the reasons why he would sign in Toronto, and I heard it today, was he's not a guy that likes the limelight. He might just want to get out of LA completely because he's been there with the Angels, and he'll be this star everywhere, and he won't be able to go outside his house and just everybody paparazzis and everything over there. And
that's true. Yeah,
he's to Toronto, and he's a very private guy, and that's one thing that I read today, and that might be an angle for him to go to Toronto.
That is a very good point. Yeah, I never thought about that. Why? Yeah.
Yeah, because Toronto is a city where people leave athletes alone.
Well, Toronto's a city where they leave baseball athletes alone. Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know that there's a more sports crazed city in Canada than Toronto.
I agree, but I don't think.
Also, look at when Kawhi Leonard.
States, he would be way more harassed.
Dude, when Toronto was trying to re-sign Kawhi Leonard, they freaking had like a chopper over above the freaking limo heading to the airport, like just following the guy and tracking his flights from east to west.
Yeah. I think Toronto's a little like the desperate girl that wants you really bad that you're not really that interested in. I'll just say this. As a Dodgers fan, I really don't care if we get Ohtani.
Yeah, you do.
No, I mean, I do not.
Oh, come on.
I'll tell you who I would rather have over Ohtani right now is that Japanese pitcher who's like 25.
Yeah.
Because that's what they...
Yamamoto? You're talking about Yamamoto?
Yeah, I would take Yamamoto. Okay, let's preview the games for tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, I think there's a couple other teams he's interested in too. I mean, Atlanta could be a team that comes out of nowhere. They're like a World Series. They could do it too. So, okay. So we have 3 whole games tomorrow. It's going to be a short show. All the games are fairly early. We've got Blues at Blue Jackets. I like St. Louis. I'm not going to waste any time on that one.
Yeah, I like the Blues there.
Yeah, I like to draw.
Okay, Pearlo likes to draw. Rico and I are both on the Blues. We have Penguins in Sunshine, Florida. Penguins versus Panthers.
Go ahead,
I like
Rico.
The Panthers.
I like Florida there in that spot.
Yeah.
A couple of nights off after that game against Dallas. I think they'll tighten up a little bit, play a Florida game, and Pittsburgh probably won on the boat trip there down in Florida.
I like Florida to ruin that game.
Andrew likes Pittsburgh. You like Florida to lose? Pittsburgh did have the closed door meeting.
No, I like Florida puck line -1.5. I think they're going to ruin
Florida
that
puck
game.
line. Okay.
Pittsburgh had a closed door meeting?
Pittsburgh did. Closed door team meeting. Okay.
Yeah, so what?
Yeah, big deal. Sucking your old.
Yeah. What are you going to say in that closed door meeting, really?
We're horrible.
I never been a part of a closed door meeting that did any damn good.
No, they had a closed door meeting and they all looked at Jeff Carter and they said, "Fuck, buddy, you shouldn't be playing anymore." Okay, meeting's over.
Yeah, Jeff Carter.
Look, we're way better than this, and blah 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 blah. Anyways, okay, Minnesota, Edmonton.
King Carl in the chat. King Carl, thanks for being with us. I'm happy to see Barzal had a good game. I remember someone saying Barzal was overrated the other day. I don't think you heard that from this show. We try not to pile on the teams that are down in the dumps too bad unless they start in with Pittsburgh. And that's just me because I love to hate on them so much. Minnesota Wild at Edmonton. I want to see what Minnesota does in this game. If they come back and win this game, that'd be interesting.
I'm on the Oilers train, man. I believe they're back.
Yeah, Minnesota playing a back-to-back. They're in Vancouver tonight. I know that's not a long flight, but it's a back-to-back. So we'll see.
They've been on the road for a while too, and it's just the steam.
This is an important game for both teams because both Minnesota, if they win tonight, they're 10-10, and Edmonton's still 2 games under 500. So, Pearlo, King Carl thinks you were talking about Barzal. I don't remember.
About Barzal.
Winnipeg up 4-2, by the way, with 30 seconds left to go in that game.
Okay.
So we called the peg. I think I know I picked Winnipeg to win that game.
Yeah, I did. I didn't put a bet in it, and I'm kicking myself now for it too. But
and did Rico? I don't remember what you had in that one, so I'm just going to call final on that because I think that's
in which one.
The Winnipeg.
Yeah, I stayed off that game, but I had an inkling that the Jets would pull that one off. You know what I had good today, and I heard it on Ian Cameron's show today, was there's a flu going through the Boston Bruins dressing room.
Yeah.
And I thought Boston today, but then when I watched that show, I was like, I took at even money, I took the Sabres plus 1.5.
I already had Boston in when they said that. I couldn't get out of it. So I was like,
I took the Sabres.
Well, good pick.
Reverse puck line.
Sabres outworked them. Look, and Boston has played some bad games as of late. They're starting to come down to earth. That's a nice 4-2 win for the Winnipeg Jets in Colorado. I'm telling you, something's not sitting well with me with the Avalanche. I keep hearing they'll probably end up winning that division, but look, this was a huge win tonight in the standings and everything. So I don't know if everybody said their call for Wild Edmonton. I'd stay away from it. I'd like to see the Wild win it.
Oilers. I mean, so whoever's listening right now, do not bet the Oilers, because every time, it doesn't matter if it's the best spot in the world. If I pick the Oilers, they lose. But I have no choice but to pick the Oilers here. It's just
I would maybe stay away from that one, but I really like the way Minnesota's been playing, but let's see if Minnesota comes back and wins this game against Vancouver.
It's going to be Fleury and net. I mean, over. Let's go over 6.5 for sure.
Yeah, over. Yeah, King Carl doesn't look good for Wall. We haven't heard. Sheldon Keefe said he's going to miss significant time, but I'll say this right now, King Carl. I think that the Sammy has been sick. He'll be back. He'll be fine. And I think that you'll get some good goaltending from Martin Jones. I do. I just think you'll get some.
How's Vancouver looking right now against Minnesota?
Yeah, they've had him in there for a while. So, well, those are the games for tomorrow. Anything you guys else want to talk about? Any news or anything? I didn't notice any major stories. Obviously, Joseph Wall going down. We don't. Ovechkin becomes the 16th player in NHL history to get 1,500 points. He had an assist tonight, giving him 1,500 points. At least he did it at home.
Another big game by Byfield tonight. The guy's coming into his own. He's a huge piece for LA too.
Yeah. Yeah, that still about half that game to go, King Carl. So World Junior schedule was released today.
This may seem like a silly little thing, but the Rangers recalled Riley Nash at 34 years old. I freaking love that dude.
Yeah.
If there was ever a guy who
Toronto Adam.
really just made himself an NHLer when he had really no talent to do so, it's Riley Nash. I love that guy. I hope he plays again for the Rangers. He's one of my favorite players ever. He's not that fast. He's not the most skilled guy in the world, but he always found a way he's played 627 NHL games, and he's not a good skater at all. And now they brought him up again. The guy's like one of the hardest working players ever to make it in the NHL. I just love it. I wanted to mention that. They recalled him.
No, Riley Nash. Toronto picked him up a couple of years ago too for the playoff run.
Yeah.
See you, Andrew. Thank you for the updates. Appreciate you. Yeah, we're gonna probably call it.
I didn't realize this. Thomas Chabot is going on long-term injury reserve.
Yeah, he's been out for them. He got hurt.
Another month, dude. He's out for at least another month.
Hey, that's something I want to talk about tomorrow because we only have 3 games. Talk a little bit about Jacob Chychrun and all this. I heard salvation that he was going to be for them, and tonight he had a costly turnover in that game.
Yeah, he does not look good, dude.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about his game and his advanced numbers. So, little research homework for you guys. We'll talk about Jacob Chychrun and the Ottawa Senators. They really got to start winning games, guys. Here are the teams. Like, if you don't start winning games, you're in trouble. New Jersey Devils, they're one of them. They currently sit in the 6th spot in the Metro at 12-10. Obviously Pittsburgh, they're in the 7th spot. The Ottawa Senators 10-11 and the Buffalo Sabres at 11-14. Those are teams we expected to contend for playoff spots, and Montreal is above them. Now, in fairness to Ottawa, they only played 21 games, which is the least amount in the Eastern Conference. So they have a bunch of games in hand. So if they could win 3 or 4 of those games, they'll be in 5th, 6th spot. So in the West, Minnesota, obviously, they got to keep winning. And obviously the Edmonton Oilers, right? I mean, they got to keep winning games. So they can't just go on a 5-game win streak, then lose 2 or 3. So we'll see what happens. Any closing thoughts from you guys?
Yeah, I got 2 words for that young Ottawa team. They brought in a veteran there before the trade deadline. His name, Jacques Martin. It's going to be interesting what his role is there.
Yeah.
Sitting up there watching over this team. I mean, I think he'll
help. And I heard that DJ Smith worked with him before. I don't think it's going to hurt them. And I actually kind of like how Andlauer is getting behind the coach and not caving to public pressure, and then bringing in a guy that's like a super intelligent guy. GDR Cinnamon Pony asks us, so what do we think about the Metropolitan? Yeah, I mean, the Rangers are running away with it. They're going to win that division easily, I think. Everybody else is kind of mid or meh. Carolina is so mediocre this year. I mean, Rico, that was your Stanley Cup pick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Islanders are good. I like the Flyers.
Everybody thought it was cray-cray when I said Philadelphia might make the playoffs.
Oh, I didn't think it was cray-cray because I know John Tortorella.
Tortorella is my favorite.
Well, look at the goaltending in the Metro. Look at the goaltending these teams have.
True.
You got this Rokic double-headed monster as Vezina finalist every year, but
and Carter Hart too. I mean, throw Carter Hart in there. He's an above-average goalie.
So is Carter Hart the 3rd best goalie in that division?
Slightly above average, though. It's really the team.
Yeah, I think Carter Hart's the 3rd best goalie in the Metro.
You know who's the best goaltender in this division right now? Charlie Lindgren.
Yeah, it has been Charlie Lindgren statistically.
Charlie Lindgren, man.
Yeah, for the Washington. It's been old checking.
I know you're pumping Beard's tires as the show's gonna end. I know.
No, but he's not wrong. It's been Charlie Lindgren, but like numbers wise, it's been Charlie Lindgren. Yeah. I mean, but
period. He's been amazing. Yeah. He's been amazing for the Washington Capitals.
Yeah, he has.
If you took Vanacek and put him back in Washington and took out Lindgren, the Capitals aren't in a playoff spot right now.
Well, we're not in a playoff spot anyway. So,
right. I mean, they're not even close. Like, they're way out of it. Lindgren has been everything for them.
No, I mean, we're not way out of it by any stretch.
Washington's only played 22 games as well going into
23 games, but
23 games,
yeah, they're 2 points out of a playoff spot. They're 2 points out. If they would have won the game tonight, they would be tied with Tampa for the final wild card. So
the way Sorokin's playing right now, which isn't very good, you got Jari. You got who is better in this division right now than Lindgren? Lindgren is the reason why the Capitals are what they're. If Lindgren wasn't playing like this, they're not.
No, I cannot disagree with you at all, Pearlo. I agree 100%. Sure. He's been hands down the best player for the Capitals. He's been incredible. Yeah, I can't disagree. I hope that answered your question, GDR, Cinnamon Pony. I don't know what GDR stands for, so if that's something, anyway, thanks for coming in.
But I gotta say, Merzlikins has been really good for Columbus too, and he's been in too this year.
I've been impressed. I know Edmonton was talking to them about trading it, but I don't know.
I don't think Columbus is doing that now. They might have did it last year, but not now.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to give up a lot.
Now that San Jose's playing a little better, who do you think the worst team in the NHL is? Not according to record, but just according to play lately.
I think Columbus.
Stephen Ellis has brought something up, and Hot Take Hockey talked about it real quick. Oh, girl doctor. Awesome. You're a doctor. Sweet. That's so cool. Thanks for being with us. I so appreciate that. The Toronto Maple Leafs are getting some great goaltending from Joseph Woll, but down the line, Dennis Hildeby could challenge for the starting role. This is from Stephen Ellis. Stephen Ellis watches a lot of minor league and OHL, and right now, Hot Take Hockey says, does Dennis Hildeby get a look this season? He has a .925 save percentage in 9 games with the Toronto Marlies so far. He's only 22 years old. Another guy the Leafs could be excited about long term. Yeah, cool. That's interesting. Very interesting. So
that is interesting for sure.
Yeah. I'd be super excited. Like I said, I feel like the Toronto Maple Leafs are the team that plays against when their back is against the wall. They have a ton of injuries. That's when they play their best hockey. They actually won a game in regulation tonight, guys.
Barely.
Yeah, I mean, I was so wanting Ottawa to tie that game and take it to overtime too, but alas, we didn't get it.
All right, they're Toronto Maple draws. You might as well call them the Toronto Maple draws because they go to overtime.
I put a live bet on Ottawa halfway through the third to win that game at plus 375. I didn't get it.
Jesus, Pearlo.
I had Ottawa outright. Rico, I said they were going to win. They're coming off the biggest win of their season against the Rangers, and they always play the Leafs tough. The Leafs lose to Ottawa 2 or 3 times a year, even if Ottawa is terrible.
Toronto beats them in Ottawa usually.
Okay, if this game was in Toronto, it would have been all Ottawa. Is that what you're saying?
Probably, because they actually beat each other in their own rinks.
Hey, most points by defensemen in the NHL combined, 84 points from the Canucks. Second place is the Avalanche with 71. Third place, Detroit Red Wings with 69. Then Hurricanes with 67. That's because all they're good players. And then followed by the Rangers with 66. Hey, thank you so much, GDR Cinnamon Peroni. I really hope you do come back. We appreciate it. We're just about to wrap up the show anyway. Tuesday through Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern, every night of those 4 days, we will be live for the remainder of the hockey season. NHL Nightly. You guys have any more closing thoughts before we wrap up the show?
No, we're good.
Okay. Peace. We out.
We out.